Good morning and welcome. It is Royal Ascot Day 1, 20th of June. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. All right, it's upon us. Cheltenham feels like there's like months of lead up and then you get there and it's sometimes an anticlimax. Ascot, I think, just sneaks up round the corner. I don't get involved in the anti-post market for Ascot. I do get involved very much on the 5 days. So we have got 5 days ahead of us. The absolute main objective is we have some fun. So that's the aim. We have a little. So we'll have highs, we'll have lows, almost guaranteed. But we want to get to the end of the week and think that was a bit of fun. That's the aim. The second aim is we come out the end of the week with a bit of profit, be it 1%, 100%, whatever it might be. We are aiming to make profit across the 5 days. It's a 5 day fight, this one. So any which way we can do it, we will try. Last year for Royal Ascot, the channel came out 16% ahead, and that was based off SP prices and no standout extra places were needed to achieve that. So 16% is what we did last year. Day 1 we smashed it. We went in and more than doubled stake. We had a nice win Trixie land that really helped. Day 2 was nice and profitable. My memory serves, we actually hit an each way sixfolds. We got 6 horses placed, one and 5 places. So that really helped. And then it sort of tailed off a little bit towards the end of the week. So the Thursday, I think it was about half stake back, 2/3 stake back Friday, and then a little bit less than half Saturday, something like that. So we ended up coming out 16% ahead, but we made all the money in the first 2 days. And then kind of, one overall. That's how we did last year. It does not mean lightning strikes again. I like Ascot. I do well at Ascot. I don't win every single year at Ascot. There may be people out there that want to make that claim. I'm here about honesty and transparency. So if you're new to this channel, I'll give you my best. That's what I'm here for. There's no other service going on here. There's not another service where send me an email and I'll give you some other ones or whatever like that. I don't need your details. If you want to watch, you want to watch. That's entirely up to you. If you want to like the video, you like the video. If you want to subscribe, you subscribe. Everything on here is very optional. I have got for Ascot each day, it will be a £40 staking plan. So across 5 days, that will make £200 for the 5 days. Whether you choose to do exactly that is entirely up to you. Whether you could halve it, double it, whatever you want to do with it. You could take the singles, you could take the multiples, however it is. But my one and only video each day will be on the regular channel here, other than Saturday, where I'll be doing an additional freebets.com video for Saturday as well. But for the Ascot staking plan, it is £40 a day. Then Tuesday to Friday, the idea being I'll do, if I like anything else outside of Ascot, I'll do a £5 bonus bet. And I have got a £5 bonus bet for today. So I've got £40 worth of Ascot stuff. It works out £23 on the singles, 17 on the accumulators. So you work out how you want to do that, but that's how I've split it. So it is a little bit more what I'd call medium risk compared, well, I say medium risk, some of the prices aren't. Medium risk compared to what I normally do on the channel, which I would describe as high risk. So high risk, overall, you're aiming to win, but you lose sometimes, well, you lose more days than you win. You aim to be about level for weeks, and you aim to be ahead more months than you lose. That's how the channel trajectory has gone. That's what we're aiming to do. Currently, we're riding into the channel since the channel started, 31% in profit overall for horse racing bets for nearly 18 months. That is all placed through a Sky Bet account. What I would flag is last year I did a separate thing for Cheltenham and Ascot, so I made profit on both, but those statistics weren't actually recorded in the overall statistics. So there was actually more money made at those 2 festivals, but this year I'm not making it overcomplicated and doing 2 different videos. It's all on one video. It'll be a long one. You'll just have to pick through and make your own choices. If you're looking for someone to give you a tip and said that's the horse that's going to win, I ain't the guy. It's a strategy as much as it is anything else. It's around how to move and shift stake, work out which horses you want to lean on, which races you want to lean on. Sometimes the race is good, sometimes the horse is good. I'm not going to sit here and say to you that horse is a bang cert, put all your money on that. That's not what I'm about. I'm about big value prices, and ideally what we're trying to do is string big prices together in each way, and then they multiply up and you get yourself a nice return. Doesn't always work. There's no guarantees on here, so it's all done at your own risk. Gamble responsibly is what I would say. These bets that I'm putting on, as I said, are real bets. They go through a real Sky Bet account that I have specifically for the channel. I don't use it for anything else. I've got my own other betting accounts that I use personally. For this week, 100% it would appear Sky is going to be your best bookmaker. 365 looks second best, but I'm going to break it down each race so you can see. Right. Before I get into Ascot, I do need to do a very quick recap because I don't want to spend hours doing this on Sunday. We had an overall lost day on Sunday, but we scraped some back. We got nothing back on that, or that was close, but nothing back. This was place for Sky only and nothing else there. The rest of them weren't the best. Bet 3, well, we'll skip that one as well. That wasn't any good anyway, was it? It was bet 4 and 5. We got some money back. We'll mildly talk about that. So bet 4. Shimmerick won 14 to 1 SP. The channel only had it 10s with the 10p rule 4, so the channel basically got it at 9s, 14s, and it did drift to 22s. So well done if you got a bigger price on Shimmerick. That won in the lucky 15, and it was in the combination double with a non-runner. So we got 11.42 back. So we finished the week last week. I think it was about 20 quid to the good. So it completed 3 weeks in a row of making profit, which is the first time we've actually achieved that this year. So that's very good to get on. And we're nicely in the profit for year to date. All of the stats are in the description. You can have a look at them. I try my best to answer any questions if people have got things, if you want to ask questions about selections or stats. I'm a little bit behind on replying to some questions from Sunday, which I am conscious about, but I'll get back to that. The other horse on Sunday, which was to mention, Monitola, which is the one I gave a good talk up to, didn't back it in the staking plan, but basically what I said, 25 to 1, get in there on 365. It went off 9 to 2 favourite and ran a nice race, but just faded near the end. So anyone who took the bet would have got some nice place money back, 25 to 1. As I said, not in the staking plan for the channel because it was 8 to 1 across the board everywhere else. That was that. Monday comments, I put a combination double bet. The first leg we had a place and a dot, and the second one we had a win and a dot. So it's how we roll one. So whether you backed him as a combination double to get the place double or did him all as singles, you would have made a profit on Monday's comments. As a reminder, the comment stuff that I put in usually on a Monday or a Tuesday, that is not stuff I'm recording statistics for the channel because I know not everybody's going to watch it. You don't get notifications for comments. So they are just there as extras for those that want. All right, that is that. I mean, I don't know about you. I am sweating. All right, I need to get out of the house. I've got somewhere to be today. Let me talk you through then this. So this is super important stuff. You can get this information from Odds Checker. Currently, as we stand at the time of making the video, there's no non-runners. So place terms are like this. 230, the best bookmaker for the opening race, 365 and Bet Victor are both 4 places. The majority of every other bookmaker, apart from other few small ones, are 3 places. So if you're doing single bets or you're leaning on a multiple for the 230, 365 or Bet Victor. Then for the rest of them, it's a pretty similar story. 305, Sky are 6, 365 are 5, most bookies are 4. 340 Sky are 6, 365 are 5, most bookies are 4. 6 compared to 4 is unreal. Like, so if you've got a Sky account, that's your first port of call this week. Importantly though, you want to be taking starting prices. I would always say back my horses at price given, not for Ascot, not for Cheltenham. So anything I'm doing on the channel this week for Ascot, I'm taking SP prices. I am not taking Sky prices. So SP, starting price only. If you've got a bookie that pays best price guaranteed on multiples like 365, Coral, Paddy, you're all good, it doesn't matter. But if you're using Sky, take the starting price this week. 100% take the starting price. You'll get a few that will go the wrong way, but most of them, it'll end in your favour to take starting price for Sky this week. 420, Sky are 4, everyone else is free. 5 o'clock, Sky 7. 365, Paddy, Betfair, Unibet are 6, everyone else is 5. 5.35, Sky are 5, everyone else is 4. And then 10 past 6, most bookies are 5. So that one's pretty consistent. All right, shall I get to the plan? So I'm going to run through the singles and then I'm going to go through the multiples and then I'll go through the bonus bet. I'll go for it a bit of a canter. The key thing today for Ascot is weather-wise. What's the weather doing? It absolutely pissed it down early this morning. My read of that is Ascot is not a course that's massively sensitive to downpours, like something like Cheltenham would be. Some of the Irish tracks, the ground can switch like that. I think what you'll find today at Ascot is anything in the straight is going to be decent ground, good to, I would say good, probably good to firm in places. I would reckon it will go to. If you've got any of the longer races, and there's a couple of them, there's a mile, the two handicaps basically, a much longer distance. For those two races, you'd be looking at a much more wider bit of the course, and I think that ground's going to be good. Definitely, I think the firmness will have been taken out of that because it's the ground less trodden, and it gets less care because it's the wider course. So I think on the straight course, good, possibly good to firm in places. For the sprint races, for the bigger races, I think you're going to be on good ground, but then they're going to come in the straight on good to firm. So, I'm not worried so much about the rain. I think the sun's going to come out the rest of the day, and we'll be good. There is a lot of rain around for other races though, so if you are backing horses elsewhere, then just be careful of that. All right, here we go. So I've tried to write this out clearly. Let's see if we got it right. 2:30. I'm not going big on that one at all. That's the one I'm least interested in as a race. I think the front two look like it's probably between them. Trying to find a horse that sneaks a place. I think the one at value to do is Mutasabek. So we're going Mutasabek. And reminder, these prices are illustrative for the channel. I'm taking starting price. So Mutasabek in the 2:30. 3:05 the commentaries, big field. I've split the bet between four. Bucanara Fuerte, that's come in quite a bit, but I think 9s is still a good enough price because that horse is related to some excellent siblings. I then got Chief Mankato, only run once, won. That's the kind of horse form you want to go into something like the Coventry, a horse that's won that could really progress. Buy in 50 to 1, I really like that price. Getting 6 on Sky for a price like that is brilliant. But yeah, that horse basically came 4th of 6 last time. A lot of people just turn their nose up and go, it came 4th of 6. It's no good. It was only 2 lengths behind the horse that's currently vying for favouritism in that Coventry race, the one that just got sold for over £1 million. And yeah, it didn't get the best of runs through there. There's not much between them, I don't think. But the market says one's 4 or 5 to 1 and one's 50 to 1. I think that's a really great price on buying. Shamie Heffernan's come over to ride it, and he's ridden it. He rid it last time, so he knows the horse well. So I think that one's a little bit overlooked in the market. And then we'll go Watch My Tracer, bit of a rogue one. That's an only run once won, not a great race, but it could make a massive improvement. So I think it's just possibly lurking at a much bigger price. 3:40 we're going to go Dramatised, Marshman and Equilateral. It's quite an open race, I think, because you don't know what the continental horses and the horses over from states and whatever what they're going to be like. So I'm sticking with the home horses on that one. 4:20. I've basically gone for the 3 big outsiders and just putting singles on them. Galeron, Indestructible, Sharon. I think one of those could pop up into a place. So what we've got, there's 11 horses. They are all 50p each way singles. All 50p each way singles. And then the next half of the singles is a little bit more complicated, but not massively. 5 o'clock, Law of the Sea 11 to 2, Calling the Wind 8 to 1. I think they're the obvious 2 in the market. The max we can at 33s is my value play, and I'm just taking a bit of a punt on the Grand Vizar because it's not run much in the last few years, but it does like Ascot and distance races, so we'll take a chance on that. Then the 5:35, Francesco Clement is the one that I think should be the favourite, but I don't think it will go off favourite, 5 to 1. Solid Stone 18s and Radabarg at 40s I think is a nice price. And then the 6:10, I'm going big on this one, in the sense of I've got big prices, I'm ignoring the favourites, and I've put more single stake. So Raymond Tusk at 28, Script Rider at 50s and Charging Thunder at 80s. So if it's not got a circle, it's a 50p each way single, same as the others. The only win bet I'm doing of these singles is Francesco Clement, £1 win. We've then got the biggest single is Charging Thunder, £1 each way on Charging Thunder. I think that's an extraordinarily large price. It is a horse that's going to like the firmer going, and that I'm a bit concerned about when it goes out in the country on the longer distance here. But that being said, I just think that's nowhere near that price. So we're going £1 each way Charging Thunder, and we've got 2 75p each way singles on Raymond Tusk and Scriptwriter. So we've basically got a little bit more on the singles on the last race because that's where I think the value is for the first day. We will see. Then multiples. This is kind of it's going to go down very similarly each day. So that's £23 on singles, 17 on multiples. Win Trixie. Apologise, it's come out as a funny amount. It's just because I did another lucky 15. But 55p win 220 is your bet. 55p win doubles and trebles. No each way, no singles. 230 modern games. 340 Highfield Princess 5-2. 535 Francesco Clement at fives. That is that one. Would love to repeat to land in that first day like last year, but you never know. You never owed. Sometimes you do. Lucky 15 number one, standard bet for the channel, 20p each way lucky 15, so it's a £6 bet. And we've got in here, very tasty looking, 305 buy-in at 66s, 340 Marshman at 28s, 5 o'clock the max to count at 40s, and 610 Charging Thunder at 80s. £6 is your bet. That's the main lucky for the day. And then we'll move on to slightly smaller stake lucky. We've got 230 Mutasabek 16s, 305 Chief Mankato 18s, 340 Equilateral at 40s, 535 Radeberg 50s, 16p each way lucky 15, 480 is your bet. Then the combo double bet for today is the 5 o'clock Law of Sea 13-2, Calling the Wind and the Grand Vizier, going on to Raymond Tusk and Scriptwriter. 6 times 25p each way doubles. That is any combinations, basically 6 combinations of doubles between those 5 horse. You put them all in your bet slip. £3 is your bet, and that's that. And then we got to place one of these last year. We've been trying on free bets to land these this year, not worked. But this is today's 6-fold ACCA. 230 modern games 2-1, 305 buy-in 66-1. So I've put an absolute monster in this one. 340 Dramatised 7-1, 420 Paddington 11-4, 5 o'clock Law of the Sea 13-2, and 535 Francesco Clement 5-1. 50p each way 6-fold. You only get your money back if they all place or all win. And that's Ascot. And if you want the bonus bet, I had 9 on the shortlist, and this is where I've got to. All the prices are slightly shorter than last night, but I'm happy enough with this. And I was looking more at some of the evening stuff, and just because it's nice to finish Ascot, I think there's a bet running, but I didn't want to stack it just from the times. I wanted to go with what I think is the best. So 247 Wexford, Finian's Row 17-2, 330 Thirsk, Touchwood at 12s, 437 Wexford, 100%. That's the horse of the day outside of Ascot. Avec Espoir. It's a Wexford specialist. I'm expecting it to improve on what it's done recently. It was 50s last night. 33 is still a really nice price though. 745 Beverley, Stranger on the Shore 11-1. So that's a 15p each way lucky 15 with a 25p each way single on Avec Espoir at 33s. These ones I have taken the price. And Sky is best for this bet, then 365 or Coral. That's your bonus bet. That is my £45, 40 for Ascot, 5 for that, down for the day. All right, you enjoy Ascot, whether you're there, see you there, whether you are at home, whether you're slyly watching it on your phone in some sort of dodgy toilet in a motorway services, however you choose to have your life, you enjoy Ascot. And I'll be back then each night this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So the next 3 videos from me will be in the evening, and then it will be on to then Saturday morning, where we'll be going free bets on first thing, and then followed by the regular video on Saturday morning as well. And then there's no video then till next Tuesday. So I've got no video, there'll be no videos from me for Sunday, Monday or Tuesday selections next week. So Saturday's Ascot selections will be the last ones for 3 days. All right, have a lovely day. I hope you're all doing very well and you're excited about today. See you tonight. See you tonight. Bye-bye.